Are you ready for the ultimate bikepacking weekend adventure? Join us for an unforgettable self-supported bikepacking trip through Southwest Virginia. The Grayson Gravel Pie Bikepacking Adventure travels along the Virginia Creeper Trail, the beautiful gravel roads of Grayson County, Virginia, and the New River Trail. All lodging and camping arrangements are included, along with daily routes and guides riding along with you. This self-supported adventure offers resupply opportunities every 20 miles for your food and water needs. Find out more at graveltraveldirt.com.
You're listening to Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brian.
And this is Joey tasting the biscuits.
Episode 233. We're going to be all business today.
Yes.
All business today.
Straight business.
No messing around because we got an hour and a half episode.
We got 7 one-star reviews in a row.
Did we really?
No, I haven't looked in about a year.
I don't even know if I look at that anymore.
It
hurts me to read.
I don't look at a lot of Google, Apple. I don't look at a lot of reviews for certain reasons. Like,
do you ever look at them for the shop?
occasionally, you got to take them with a grain of salt.
Sure.
I also know there's businesses that almost pretty much make people leave something good before they leave their store and jack it up. Like,
Oh,
no.
That doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to lock you in. Like, you can't get out here with Armand's Pizza delivery guy.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, this
This is
the
a podcast. Sorry, our serious podcast.
This is episode 233 of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. If you're new here, folks, this is the podcast. I mean, where have you been, honestly? Have I used that before? Have I said that before? If people are new here, we welcome the new people. Yes, we welcome.
What number is this? 233?
233. Can you believe that?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I don't know if there's any magic to that. Are you a numerologist? I don't think there's any
I
magic.
don't even have our show notes up.
Folks, if you're new here, this is the podcast where we talk about gravel bikes, adventure biking, bike packing, or bike camping, and just play and bike.
Hold on. Bike camping, bike packing, and playing bike?
Yeah, that's
I haven't done bike packing or camping in a long time.
I know.
I've been thinking about, like, man, I haven't even done the canal this year. We always do it every October.
Well, let's plan that. October's not over.
True. Jess, I'm not going to be here this weekend.
I can't do it this weekend. We're gonna have to do it during the week. Do you have time where you can take off? Hi, Jeff. Hi, Lori. Does Joey have time
sure.
that he can take off?
I mean, I'm in the shop solo the next 2 days, but why not?
Yeah, I mean, just
Close
shut
up.
her down.
Yeah.
Just shut it down.
Yeah.
Before we get into too much nonsense, remember to check the show notes for all of our most current discount codes. I do know that Philip has the cargo bibs back in stock.
Yes, I wore them.
Yeah, I do. I have almost gotten to the point where they're my exclusive bib.
Yeah.
You know, I will throw them in the wash, and
Are you exclusive?
I'm exclusive with cargo bibs from Cutaway. Yes. Yeah, they are very, very, very. Well, they're just great. I mean,
I don't even wear bibs in my closet that aren't cargo. Well,
I'm wearing bibs right now.
I think I have like 10 pair of bibs, and 2 are specialized. The rest are cutaway.
I think most of my stock is specialized, and then I have 2 Cutaway.
1 cutaway, the neon pack are not cargo.
Ah, that's right. The is the
I made a
floral-
bad choice.
Is the floral?
Yep.
The floral is cargo, right?
And GTD.
Yeah.
And my other pack ones.
Yeah.
And I have multiple just blue and black cutaways.
You see those now everywhere. You see cargo bibs everywhere.
I'm just surprised people don't know about them yet.
I mean,
Use GTD 100 to get a free pair.
is that really true?
It works 30% of the time every time. You never know. I always look for codes when I'm online shopping. You ever just Google codes for...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then you go on those random rabbit hole websites where they're like, come over here and get the code and all that nonsense. None of them ever actually work. We don't have a crack of the week because we're both
we had Topo Chicos.
being Topo Chico'd.
Oh, I got non-alcoholic Guinness. It's actually pretty good.
No, I'm happy with my Topo Chico.
Yeah, me too.
I'm fine with that. What's going on at the shop? Tell me about what's going on at the shop.
Shop life? Oh, I got to finish your wheel tomorrow.
It's late October. Yeah, please. Oh, yeah, because this Thursday is fermentation.
Yeah, I actually forgot.
And what is it? Frights.
Frights and fermentations.
That is going to be at the Jubilee Farm in
Leonardtown, Maryland.
Leonardtown.
Thursday from 4 to 8. You're supposed to leave work early. I'm just kidding.
So
you don't have to get there right at 4. It's just a evening thing.
So if you are in the area, that this
Yeah.
will release Thursday morning,
Wear a costume.
and it's going to
Bring
be
your
just
bike.
a bunch of
You don't
fun.
have to bring your bike or drink. I'm not bringing my bike, and I'm not drinking.
Are you not bringing your bike?
I'm usually there to socialize.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do one lap because I just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And it would be I do.
No, this week I'll probably bring my bike because I'm closing the shop at 3, and I'm going over there. I'm helping prep,
Mhm.
and then I was supposed to do a pulled chicken or a pulled pork or something. I'll figure out what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'll probably just buy like 10 rotisserie chickens, shred them.
Why not? Cheap enough.
And then that's from 4 to 8.
That's always a good time.
Yeah.
That's always a good time. And
It's not on a weekend because people have a lot of weekend stuff coming up.
he's got like
gonna have
it's
a-
probably what 2.5 mile lap.
Yeah, just under 3, depending on how you do it. You
Mhm.
can make it a mile if you want. You can cut it short. You can do it 10 times. You can bring a mountain bike, gravel bike. Road bikes ain't really going to work.
No.
You can bring a unicycle. You can bring
Ooh.
a tandem.
Woo!
But it is a little rough. It is a little bit gravelly.
So
So
I've done it on my gravel bike, and I am excited. The one time I was lined up to bring my mountain bike, and I was excited about that. I'm excited about that
Yeah.
that
I am
experience.
going to bring my run of demo stump jumpers
Okay,
and have them there if people want to just cruise.
nice.
Dan's got beer for purchase.
Mhm.
We'll have food. We're asking people to bring snack, like potluck style, like we did last fall for our big party.
Mm-hmm.
And if people are wearing costumes, we can have a costume contest.
Nice,
Me and Dan will give out some prizes.
nice. And you'll do the little campfire at night.
Yeah, we're gonna have a bonfire outside,
Mhm.
by the goat pen thing, whatever that's called.
So, what would you say is it's worth it for this travel distance?
If you're a Southern Marylander,
Southern Maryland, you wouldn't go any further than that.
I'd expect Ted to come down.
I would go into like
And
Anne
Larry?
Arundel.
Yeah.
Larry wouldn't. No, that's about 5 hours. I would
Oh, I
say
expect it. Larry can camp there.
it's about.
You can bring Snickerdoodle and all
I
the
would
gang.
put it at an hour and a half kind of a window. So
Eh.
you're within an hour and a half of Leonard.
I ain't
County.
throwing like a rager. I don't want to get people's
No,
expectations
no,
high,
no,
but yeah, if you're
no.
within an hour, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a
It's
whole lot of fun.
intimate. It's beautiful. Like the setting is beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Absolutely.
We have around 6 o'clock. Right now you have enough light to ride, but you could bring lights. But I think when it gets dark, we're just going to hang out, and it's in a barn. It's in a beautiful wedding venue barn.
Yeah, we're not going to have the fire in the barn.
Solar stoves, you're allowed to have them inside. Everyone,
You
so
told me that.
put them in your living room.
I tried that once. It didn't work out too well.
No, we'll have the bonfire outside with all the twinkly Edison hipster lights that I love, and have
Nice.
my patio.
Nice.
The barn is lit and beautiful, and if it's not supposed to be cold, it's supposed to be in the 70s.
Oh, that's right. It's going to be a
It's gonna
pretty
be
day.
nice.
gonna be a pretty
we are
day.
on a creek, which is
Nice.
beautiful.
Yes.
This is a wedding venue place that we use all year with Dan.
Yeah. That's
So
cool.
this one's just a Halloween themed.
So, what are the hours again? What time does it start?
It's from 4 to 8. It's
4 to 8.
It's the open happy hour time, but we're combining it with this because we
Okay.
don't want to interfere with weekend stuff.
Okay.
Although the big weekend one we had last year, we had about 50 plus people.
There was a bunch
We
of
had a
people
lot of
there that
And
weekend.
then the family members too. And we had a lot of food and only a few of I think we forgot to do the fire until the end. So there was 5 or 6 of us,
Mhm.
maybe 10 of us out there.
Yeah.
In the little fire pit, but it was nice.
So
We
that
just
is,
need a folk bluegrass band
that is Jubilee Fermentations. That's how you would find their location.
in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. In Leonardtown. And you have to drive down this bumpy gravel road.
And
which
it's
is
on
awesome.
Blake Creek.
Why do we not take our bikes and ride up that?
It can be
road?
loose and depend on people because it's an open road.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and people are
That's
coming
why
in
we
and
didn't.
out. There are people coming in and out. That's
'Cause
probably
we
not
walked
smart.
it last fall before the first thing, and
Yeah.
that was what we decided. So that's because we did the first loop on foot with Dan after he had an idea,
Okay.
and
All
it's changed a little bit.
right. Okay.
So it's actually backwards now.
Any new bikes out? Any new moves in the bike world?
Bike shop
from-
wise, no.
Yeah, manufacturers. Anybody doing anything? Anybody making any moves?
I don't
No,
know
that was short.
anything new coming out. I mean, there's new road bikes like Specialized launch.
I guess it's not the right time of the year.
A lot of it's not like it used to be. I wish it was like the olden days of like Interbike and all that other stuff. But now,
Mm.
like Specialized launched 2 road bikes a couple months ago. Like the SL8 Tarmac and the SL8 Roubaix all came out on their own time frame, and there hasn't been a new mountain bike from Specialized for a while. I don't know. It's tough. Like stuff's just sporadic.
You're probably too young to remember this, but what they need to do is get back to the Saturday morning release of the Saturday morning cartoons in the fall. Do you remember that at all?
I heard that a little bit in the 90s with certain things.
When I was a kid back
I know that was a thing for the boomers.
Oh, man. Well, I'm not a boomer. I'm Gen X. I will get that out there every time I can.
I always say boomer.
When I was a young kid, they would have like specials during the week as you headed into the end of summer.
When you had to get up to change the channel?
Yes. Yeah. And they would talk about all the Saturday morning cartoons and shows they were going to have, and it was always a big deal because it was the fall, and they were
Yeah.
I think the bike industry should do something like that.
Bike industry used to do that far. I mean, when I was young, it was like Interbike would come out and new stuff would get launched, or there'd be like September 1st was like launch day, and then like the website didn't even really exist. It was like sometimes we had paper catalogs still.
Yeah.
No, it used to be that, and over the years it's changed. I mean, Interbike doesn't even exist anymore.
No.
Outer Bike is open for the consumers. No offense, everyone, but it's not like the same thing at all.
And also, I don't like the way that, it seems like there's like, there'll be like a big gravel race, and there will be some.
Well, they're using that now.
Yeah, there'll be some big name, and it's like, well, this so and so's been riding this bike already, unbranded for how long, and now they're gonna.
Well, I understand that. They're like,
I don't like it.
I like the way Salsa was using at the time Land Run and now Mid South to launch a bike or two. Like Storm Chaser came out.
That's right.
2019 or maybe 2020.
2020.
I think it was 2020. Storm Chaser, because that was the COVID year because it also burned. But they launched Storm Chaser at, I think at the time it was Land Run, now Mid South, and they do that, or like at the time Dirty Kanzo had like kind of started the expo scene, and companies were starting to realize that's when they should launch a product.
Well, I guess maybe. Well,
I don't know. It's not the same world, and who knows what it'll be like in 5 years.
I guess if you're somebody that goes to Emporia for Dirty Kanza then, or goes there for
Unbound
now, and you're in Emporia and there's that expo and the vendor excitement, maybe it is, but it always seems like it's during the race that they release those things. It's not wrapped up in the excitement for the consumer. It's almost like, oh, did you know that so and so rode the new blah blah blah?
Well, there's so much new. There's so much new stuff always coming out.
Yeah,
and there's so many smaller manufacturers now too. And no offense, I don't look at a Specialized the same way I used to 10 years ago.
Really?
Like, this is gonna sound snooty. Like a new Diverge comes out, it doesn't wow me like it used to.
Okay, that's
like
fair.
when I got my aluminum Diverge, and that's even when I was building one-off, full-on custom like mosaics and Parleys and stuff. I don't know. I don't see the excitement in that anymore.
I think it's hard too for there's so many. I don't want to call them bespoke, but I think they're just smaller.
That's what I love seeing.
The bespoke stuff went like I missed Philly Bike Expo this fall for seeing all of those things.
March, everybody.
But I think what you're talking about is there's smaller mass producers that are making good frames and putting them together with decent components, like my Otso, honestly, like that.
Yeah, I love seeing that. Okay. I love seeing the rodeos. And then you get even smaller. Then there's like Slow Southern Steel, which I don't know how many bikes he does a year, but 30, 20. Like even Sklar. I mean, Sklar's doing manufactured or production bikes too, but when the Sklars used to come out, those were, one-off customs or Hot Bike. No, what is Wilson? My Kona rep is doing steel builds down in Richmond now. I think it's called Hot Bike. No, I'll find it. I love seeing that stuff now.
Well, but
and then they're not using a show to launch those. Like,
how does the average consumer even discover something like that? Because your bike shop's not going to say, hey, if I'm a Trek Giant Specialized Cannondale, they're not going to go, oh, you should go look at the Sklar. That's,
Swood Cycles.
Wood Cycles, okay.
Swood. SWOOD.
Swood.
Like Wilson and this guy Steven are doing handmade bikes down in Richmond. Wild Bikes. Wild came from the founder of All City.
Well, I guess you could follow the Radivist. They're gonna.
That's where you're gonna see a lot of the nichier stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna release stuff and they'll talk about it.
Radivist is back under owned by John Watson.
Original ownership, right?
Yeah.
I
know the Pros Closet has been up and down lately, and they're hurting for money. So that's probably a big thing for them to get it off.
Well,
And back to John.
You remember when I sold my GRX 650s?
Yeah.
I did go to Pro's Closet and said, okay, let's see what they would give.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth packaging it up to ship it.
Yeah.
The money was a pittance. It was
hit or miss.
I would have rather taken them out and said, like, Joey, here's these nice wheels. Give them to somebody that needs them. Then
what'd you do with them?
I put them on Marketplace, and some guy down in Virginia ended up buying them from me.
Real money?
Yeah, real money. It wasn't even in chickens.
Well, Jack's a good example because they offered him like $500 for his Warbird fully built. And then months later, they offered him like $900 just for the frame.
Oh, my God. So I guess maybe it depends.
So hit or miss.
I guess it also depends on their volume.
In the market and everything.
Because they can see what people are searching for and then push that against their inventory and go, we're short on this or we're short on that. God, I would hate to see the bike industry become like the car industry. Where it's
kind of is.
You think so? I don't think so. I feel like you can still go into a reputable, good bike shop, get good, solid advice, and walk out with the bike that's right for you. I feel like you could do that. Yeah. If you go to the right bike, I guess you could always go to the wrong bike shop though. And if you're a dentist, you'll walk out with a $12,000 S-Works something or other. Which honestly, more power to you. Put that money back into the economy. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I think it's fantastic. If you've got the money, spend it.
Oh yeah.
Put it back into the burn pile. That's what I always say.
But the Radavist is individual. What do they call it? Not individually owned. It's independently owned.
Independently owned. So they're. Yeah, but they still got to have people send them bikes, and I know they're loaners and they have to get them back and all that.
There's not just one. It's not just John and his wife. There's employees there that do articles and reviews and write ups and photo shoots and like subcontract out and it's kind of vibe. It's not the same as I remember it like 2016 or so when I found it.
Okay,
but I like it way better than Bike Rumor and Bike Radar and Cycling News. More nichey, but that stuff excites me more than some of the product launches. But I rode my Cannondale for the first time in months on Sunday.
Did you really?
After I've had the thoughts of like selling, I'm like, holy cow, riding like a 26-pound steel bike.
Now you're wondering why Jason and Jack are hurting, and you're like, I could go another 40 miles.
I was like, this thing is like nothing to ride. Well, I don't know. I went from sitting around for I had a lot of built up energy, I guess. We weren't blowing each other up, but just like my charger right there. I just felt like I could just keep pedaling.
I saw that look Jess just gave you.
Well, there's some rides where at the beginning, it happens to me all the time. I feel like, man, this kind of sucks no matter what. And then like 15 miles into it, or 20 miles, I'm not warmed up till like mile 20.
You're feeling it.
I'm like, all right, let's go do a metric. But
do it.
I think we rode 28.
Nice.
But it was nice going from. I love my rodeo, but I also I got neck pain and I need a fit, but I am way more. I got off that bike more sore and more neck pain where like my arthritis is off of that Cannondale than I don't feel bad or sore or anything when I got off my rodeo.
Okay.
Like my hand goes numb quicker on the Cannondale. I have neck pain and I have arthritis in my neck at the age of 33.
So,
and some other stuff that the Cannondale presents those problems to me.
The geometry is going to be different than the Flint.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be much more aggressive. I'm assuming the Cannondale.
I don't know. I like the front end felt so much higher on that Synapse because I ride the rodeo somewhat aggressive for what it is.
Okay.
I don't know. It was a fun and a blast, and I could probably go out. It just felt like totally different. And it was nice. Like it's not like I was cheating. Like it definitely was effort where effort was needed, but it was different because I've been also cruising on my rodeo with knobby 38s. Not even like Pathfinders. They're like knobby.
Like knobby, not even like
That's why Calvert Cliffs was. I didn't have traction issues, but
we should talk about that. We actually did like what do you call that?
I called it a sandal ride because that's a mix of sand and gravel.
Yes, absolutely.
The sandal ride is
perfect.
Probably, and it changed so much. I haven't been down there in a couple months, but it's changed so much from some of the big storms we've had.
So that was Saturday morning. We all went out through the shop and did a quote unquote gravel ride down to Calvert Cliff State Park and rode the fire roads from the shop.
So it was. I'm getting a little burnt out from leading multiple group rides every week. So my new plan is the first Saturday of every month is normal average Joe, take a break. Third Saturday is Calvert Cliffs, take a break. Then we're back to the first and so on.
Yeah, that's smart, especially for the quote unquote off season.
So I think if we did Calvert Cliffs and Dow, we have about like 8 or 9 miles of gravel.
Oh, easily. Half that ride is gravel.
And what, a 16-mile? Yeah.
Yeah, half that ride is gravel.
Yeah. So it works for what?
The vibe was really cool.
Oh, yeah. Amy's never even touched
That was really
anything other than asphalt with her bike. Her new Trek clears 38s, which I was very surprised to see.
They were tight on the back. I was looking. I was like, that was close.
She could do it.
Absolutely.
And she did it.
Absolutely.
And all of us, I was surprised I was the only person there that actually has done that fire road multiple times.
Yeah, I've never been on it. Yeah. I've never been on it.
And there's so many. I won't do it publicly as a Saturday average Joe, but there's a lot of side hunting trails and offshoots.
On a mountain bike would probably work.
Yeah, the gravel bike's okay.
Really?
It's a little sketchy, but I just don't want to get caught by a park ranger, and it's hunting season.
Yeah. So. It was enjoyable though, and like I said, it wasn't so much about the gravel. The vibe was just really right.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody hung together. Nobody ran off from anybody else. We Taylor Swift a lot. Yes, we did. Whenever we lost Jess in the woods, we would just
it was like a bat signal,
like blast Taylor Swift, and she would magically appear. So it was fantastic. But I mean, it was just there's a lot of like downtime, and then when we got down to the water, and we're by the bay there on the beach, and we're looking for shark's teeth. And
I don't do it on purpose. I get like awkward pictures of Brian.
Oh my God!
I need to make
you get the worst pictures of me.
The worst. This one
they are. Yes, they are. They're some of the absolute worst in the world. Maybe
I don't know if you're even or. Or what you're looking for? You're looking for shark's teeth. I'm like, I'm gonna get a picture of this, and then
you're looking at shark's teeth. It looks like I'm puking. No, actually, you're such a fantastic photographer. I'm sure it's the subject, not the expertise behind the lens.
That's fun. We don't have local coffee shops. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah,
I forgot to order Brian a tea.
That's okay. I didn't need it. We went to Starbucks.
We went to Starbucks after, which I'm a Dunkin' fan, but the Starbucks was good.
Yeah, I mean, but it was just so chill. I wish everybody would kind of approach, like, if when you hear the term gravel, if what you interpreted that to mean was right vibe, chill company, laid back at times, maybe go hard at some other times, but it's not blowing people up, and it's not. I just wish it was always like that. It was so much fun. And man, so thank you. I think I texted you. I said thank you for that ride because it was.
Sorry, I'm bad. I was at work. It was a weird day Saturday.
That's all right.
But no, it was fun. I liked it. It was. I haven't, like I said, been back there in a few months, but I've used to do that a lot. And we used to have a competition of doing that from the shop, like 10, 12 years ago. We would ride up to it with our road bikes, and if you got once you hit the fire road. And if you could make it all the way down to the beach and back, you were only allowed to put your foot down when we got to the beach. We all pitched in for milkshakes. Because when you're in your early 20s, it was like, we used to go to Roy's for milkshakes.
Yeah, that
was a big thing for us. And
that would be tough on a road bike.
25s?
That would be, you're not even talking about wide.
Not even 20, it was like 25 gator skins.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Sorry, all you cool Pennsylvania and real gravel people. That was our thing.
That would have been tricky on some of those because the sand would gather in
sand.
Those little.
And there are certain sand pits that haven't changed, but there's also other areas where like there was more sand than I thought about this last week, and I was wondering if it's because of that tropical storm and a lot of the other rain.
Now, cross people enjoy those sand pits, right? Isn't that what they dig? Jumping over like boards and
I wouldn't call it a cyclocross ride, but there is definitely sections where. It'd be great on a cyclocross course.
Well, it was fun. It was fun, whatever you want to call it.
And the scenery's pretty back there, and it's only going to get better in the fall.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
And then you ride all the way down to Calvert Cliffs, which is known all over the East Coast and Mid-Atlantic for fossils and the cliffs and the shark's teeth, and the gas docks are out there, and there's a huge LNG ship leaving the terminal. It's pretty cool, and you can see the eastern shore, and from there you can see the mouth of the Chop Tank River. You might find a megalodon tooth. You might find some hobo cooking meth. You never know.
You never know what you're going to find.
Yeah,
and they've taken out all that fragmite down there.
Yeah,
because if you're familiar with that trail down to the bay, it used to be the bottom of that trail, the marshy area was just covered in phragmite.
Yeah.
And they have eradicated all of that, and it is so different. I had not been down there since they'd done all that. So
it's kind of cool because it used to just be
Massive.
black tarps or black matting everywhere. It was really awkward to see when you got down there.
how long did they have that out there, and were they
It was a
doing
couple
that?
years.
Was it really? It's been a while.
You get
since
down there
I've
like
been
they're waiting on the UFOs to land or something.
Okay.
So-
Woo.
There's snakehead down there.
There's
beavers.
2 or 3.
There's at least two or three.
2 or 3.
I don't think Jack got it. like,
I don't want to.
like Joey, there's at least 4 snakehead. I was like, no,
You had
maybe 5.
You hadn't got down to the swamp yet. Jack and I were sitting when you first intersect with the trail.
Uh-huh.
And we were sitting there waiting for everybody. I said, "Oh, look, Jack, there's a snakehead right there." He said, "Really? Where? Do you see it?" I was like, "Nobody, no.
I think me and Brian could be on a road trip and pass a puddle, and one of us would be like, "You think there's a snakehead in there?"
We know there's a snakehead in
Yeah.
there. There's at least 2 or 3 of them.
So
Everywhere you go, everywhere you go.
Calvert Cliffs is pretty cool. We'll do that normally now. It'll be
Yeah.
a normal thing.
How many hours do you think somebody should come far away from?
Don't come too far away for that one. If you have like straight gravel by you, don't come down. But we make do with what we got.
Yeah. So Jack and I were both riding those 38s, those Gravel Kings, the slicks.
You guys took the right path through that one sand pit.
You and Brian on the right.
Me and Brian went right. I was like, man, and I got the knobbies. You just sunk in. There was nothing.
I looked and I saw you both. Like I can't remember which one of you went into it first,
And me.
but I saw one of you go in and the other one like rapid catch up, and I was like, oh no, don't go right, go left.
And you and Jack just go in. I'm like, and they're on the slicks, but you had a better line.
And then, but you know what happened to me coming back through there?
Did you go left?
I went right. I went to the correct direction, but I overcorrected and I almost went into bushes. It was close to a bushes visit for me. The bush.
That was fun. That's a lot of quick efforts if you're not
Oh,
ready
yeah.
in the lakes because it's just ravines you're going up and down on a forest road, a service road. It's not like a real road.
Punchy.
Yeah,
There's some real punchy little. All of a sudden, you're on 8%,
Yep.
and it's loose gravel or it's sand, and you're struggling through it. But you're funny. Every time I turned around to like wave for somebody, Amy was right there.
Yeah.
I mean, just
I floated. Just was mentally in a different zone on the way out. That's why I got on the top of the hill at the marsh. I didn't want to you can't make a wrong turn there.
oh yeah,
So
easily.
We all stayed together. I wanted everyone to stay together. We
And
did.
that was great. That was great. That's
Yeah.
like I said, the way that it always should be. Now
And then the whole damn cross country team came running down there.
that was
Like
funny.
30 kids.
They got the bell treatment. They all were
Yeah.
being cheered on by the bells.
Bells. We did an asphalt ride on Sunday. It was the J ride. You weren't invited.
I did not get invited to this ride. I wouldn't have been able to make it anyway. So that's
If you had a name that started with J, Jack, Joey, Jason. We've done that before with Jess too, and then I think you've been there.
yeah.
And I wanted to call you Dryan.
And that's fine. I would have adopted that name.
Yeah.
I would adopt the J name if I got to ride with the cool kids. But
Like our winter rides and the few St. Mary's rides, it was all J's and then you.
Yeah.
Because it was either Jack or Jason and
I was
Joey
looking
and Jess.
I was looking at pictures of those. I am so looking forward to doing those again this winter.
I thought about doing one this weekend.
I'm just looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
St. Mary's was a nice. We did it's a farm everywhere around here. But we did the Greenwell Loop.
So
Which was fun.
going back to the slicks, those gravel cling slicks.
Oh yeah.
I have had nothing but grief. I left the shop today. I kid you not. I hadn't rolled off the sidewalk.
Yeah. You had a squirter?
And I had a squirter on the front tire.
So have you technically taken your tire off yet? You've never put a tube in there.
No.
Yeah, see?
No.
It's only so bad.
Why would? Oh, I've never put a tube in it.
That's what I'm saying. You haven't actually taken the tire off for the 12
no.
punctures.
I've probably got 7 or 8 plugs in the rear though, and I don't think I actually have one in the front because I was when the front one started spitting today. I was like, screw it, I'm not doing it. I just let it go, and I was like, you're either going to be flat and I'll have to deal with it then, or you're going to seal yourself up.
Yeah.
I need to put. I think
Super glue in there.
no, I need to put some glitter in with the sealant. Yeah. I need to put some. I don't think I did that with this last go round because I was swapping tires back and forth so much, but I do think I'm going to go back to the 42s. I need to go up and scout routes in Canton, which if you're still interested in doing that, scout some tramps and the things.
Scrouting.
Scout some route and Canton. And then also we've got Campfire coming up.
Yeah, that's 2 weekends from now.
2 weekends from now is Croatan Campfire.
And Matt sent out an email update today.
Yes, he did, and I am so looking forward to it.
I am not doing all 40 miles.
Oh, God, no.
Just doing 20.
Yeah, we'll
I'll
do
2 laps because I think people are going to actually race it.
No, I don't want to be in the way either.
No.
I don't want to be in the way.
I'm just going to stop, make a little fire when I want.
Let's bring coffee supplies.
Yeah.
I won't drink any.
I'm joking, but
it would be fun to sit in the woods and actually watch people
roast some marshmallow. I have
Look
the
at
little
you.
solar. I have the We have those solar stove for.
Oh, the minis, yeah. Yeah. And I could fit one of those in my tail fin bag. Oh, that's what we're so doing.
Yeah.
That's what we're so
That's
doing.
the vibe Matt needs.
That is the vibe
He doesn't
wants.
realize it yet.
That's
what he's getting out of us.
You need to text Matt and tell him. It's like, we're looking for the best spot on course to sit in the bushes and watch riders go by.
No, we really should pack up some bags, take some marshmallows, and make s'mores for people while they're riding.
Hand up s'mores?
I'll call them tomorrow.
Yeah. Call them. Tell them we want to do some form of hand up
In the middle of the course.
in the middle of the course.
Yeah. We're not going to tell people ahead of time.
No, just
Totally
Matt.
unexpected.
Only Matt will know that
Maybe
there'll
I'll
be
get some fireballs.
surprise hand ups.
I don't know how it works for the National Forest for that.
Well,
Maybe not alcohol.
we won't at least say that.
Yeah, sure.
We won't say that. I love
Firewater.
that idea.
Yeah.
I love that idea. We just increased the stoke of campfire, and I know that. I don't think Ted's coming.
No.
Sorry, Ted, you're missing
There
out.
he's going.
Larry's going to be there. Donna, that works that's going to work the tour with me next spring. She said she's going to come down, but
She's
also,
a firefighter. She'll probably yell at us.
Well, she may actually have some firefighting work to do. So
She's going to have something to do.
she may not make it. She'll be. I hope she doesn't listen because she's
We'll be on the front page of the Swansboro Gazette. Billy is from Maryland.
We'll see what happens with that. So a lot of cool stuff happening.
The Schist show is next weekend. Remember?
Yep. Don't forget about that.
This weekend. I don't think I'm going to go only because of the fact I'm heading out of town and we're still down to one car.
Dirty Kittens having the fondue thing. That's
That's this weekend.
That's
and
this
they're having a
weekend.
gear swap.
Mm-hmm.
The Pants route is out. Have you watched that yet?
No, I
It's
haven't.
48 minutes.
Holy cow! But it's probably worth it. Have you
It's got
watched
whoopie
it?
pie reviews. It's got gravel bikes. It's got bike packing. It's got a little bit of everything. It's all Pennsylvania, so you know it's good.
Have you watched it?
Oh, I watched it Sunday.
Okay, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna watch it tonight.
It's
And
great.
I'm gonna put a link to it in the show notes. I'll put a link to it in the show notes. I don't even. This is an unbiased, honest review. It is amazing. I haven't seen it, but
Long-term
it's
review
amazing.
already.
Yeah, it's a long-term review, and I haven't seen it, but it's amazing, and it's worth 48 minutes of your time on YouTube.
Yeah.
What else are you watching today? There's absolutely nothing
Game
else.
7 of the...
Yeah, well, right. We got to get
Champion,
wrapped up
yeah.
so we can watch baseball. So you can watch baseball. Ever since the Orioles got canned,
I've been rooting for Philly since the playoffs started.
we're all pulling for Philly. I think I'm pulling for Philly.
I am.
I
I want to see them back in the World Series.
absolutely. Go.
I really wanted to see Philly and Houston.
Houston
Uh,
cheaters.
well, wasn't it Houston and them last year, and then Houston won?
I don't remember.
Dusty Baker got another ring, but the Rangers won last night. So there's going to be Rangers versus hopefully Philly.
Rangers, whoever. Yeah.
That's the baseball talk. Yeah, that kind of wraps up shop talk. That was a lot of shop talk.
Yeah, that's fun. Do Strava Club?
Strava Club, then I'm going to warm up some honey buns in the middle of our podcast.
Oh, not honey
Cinnamon
buns.
Sorry.
They are cinnamon buns made by the Amish. I visited the farmers market
Amish.
today, and Laura.
How'd she take payment?
Cash.
Okay.
Cash and cash alone, friend. That's
No,
it.
we have Mennonites.
I
I
get them.
tendering and using Square to take payments and swiping for their new boyfriends and girlfriends. And
I buy. I don't know how they do it, but they sell those cinnamon rolls right there that are in front of you that are as big as your fist
yeah, they're
for
huge.
$1. $1.
That's between hockey puck and softball.
It's as big around as a
Bigger than hockey
softball,
puck.
and it's taller than a hockey puck.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely amazing. I don't know how they do it, but as long as they keep doing it, I will. I literally buy like 10 of them when I go. I'm a cinnamon bun. Who doesn't love the cinnamon bun?
I like the biscuits.
We'll get there. Strava Club first.
All right. Peter's been on here multiple times, I believe.
Really?
Peter Arner from Chester, West Virginia. I don't know why that name, maybe the name rings a bell.
Hmm.
111.4. Wendell Bradshaw from Louisiana with 166.2. Not actually from Louisiana.
He's protective of his location.
And then
Should be.
Mike Fry from Berkeley, Michigan,
Michigander.
with 124 even. So
Mm.
you only need a 95.5 to break in the top 100 this week.
Mm-hmm.
It was a cooler weekend, and we are down to 903 because last week was 904. Strava.com/clubs/gravel travel dirt.
Now, we don't. Do you want to just go ahead and do this or that? Let's just go ahead and do this or that.
Well, I wanted to talk about, like, real quickly, what are you doing between now and Croatan?
What am I doing between now?
Not Croatan Campfire.
Oh, in March, you mean?
That's what I was saying, not between the next few weeks. Like,
Okay.
what do you play? What is.
Okay, you go warm up the buns. I'll walk through my.
Are
listen.
Are you only drinking whiskey? No Topo Chico. Are you swimming? You riding? Are you cross trading? Are you doing dirty kitten? What's your carb intake? No, we don't do all that. But what are you doing?
So my plan, I'll probably do the exact same thing that I did last year because it worked really well to prepare for Croatan. It'll be a lot of Zwift time. I remember, if you remember last year, the winter was so mild. 30 seconds. 30 seconds on the cinnamon bun. That's all we need. So Joey's in the kitchen. So I did a lot of outdoor riding last year, which I think really helped. But whether it's Zwift or whether it's outdoors, it'll still be spinning the legs. It'll still be base mile weeks. It'll be big number mile weeks. It'll be lots of efforts with that goal in mind. In the winter, I'll go back to the pool again, without a doubt. I've actually been swimming like 2 or 3 days a week, but I haven't been able to do that the last couple of months or actually since last winter, because it's hard to find the time to swim. Thank you, Joey. It's hard to find the time to swim when I don't know, when it's in quote unquote in season.
That's on your Strava.
Yeah,
You swimming?
yeah. So I'll go and swim.
Yeah.
My target is 3 days a week, and I have found that if I just go ahead and bite the bullet and do the year membership, I feel like I have to go to the pool now to make the money count. So
We had a year membership for 1 month or two, and then something happened. Maybe COVID hit.
COVID.
Yeah. That's
COVID
the last time I
was bad
swam.
So I'll do that. I think swimming is really good. It's good for me. I mean, it's just like everything though. You got to find something that works for you.
Swimming's tough.
That keeps you engaged. It keeps you going back for more, and makes sense and has results. And so for me, that does work. So it'll be a lot of either Zwift or outdoor.
I remember the first time I went, I think I did like 4 laps.
I
About killed me. You did like 100.
I do 2,000, 2,200, or like 2,500 yards.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is, I guess, 2,000 yards in a 25-yard pool is 80 lengths, maybe. Something like that. So, yeah, because I do 4 sets, and I do sets of 500. So I'll do 4 sets of 500, and that's 20 lengths each. So, yeah, that's 80 lengths or 40 laps.
That's tough.
Yeah. For me, I just like to swim because it's something you do by yourself, and you kind of check out. There's nobody talking to you. Nobody can talk to you, and you're kind of lost in your own
You have
head.
the underwater aftershocks?
No.
Do they work?
No, I don't know if they work or not. I'll give you a long-term review after I read 3 or 4 reviews online. That's what I'll do. I don't know that I would want that when I'm swimming. I don't think I'd want that underwater. I don't.
I just don't understand how it works.
I have to count.
Do you think Larry takes his aftershocks off?
Never.
Do you think he has a little, like, his skull is like
Permanently embedded in the side.
we're talking about that at the at On Pave. I think me and Ted or someone.
And I am looking forward to Growly Cat again next year.
Yeah.
So thinking ahead to next year, I mean, obviously everything kicks off for me. Although you guys did Monster Cross.
Yeah, we did. That was February. I'm
Um,
doing that again this year. I gotta find. I'm gonna make sure I get a campsite.
okay, maybe I'll do that. I remember I was scrambling at the end.
Yeah.
We
camped with Larry.
That's a gravel bike event, not a. I always had the impression that was a
No, we did it on
mountain bike.
No, you can do it on both. I think
It'd be hard to ride them both at the same time.
You never know.
I shouldn't be eating all this cinnamon roll, though. I know that.
Oh, I don't really care what I eat or don't. I think the idea
good.
of Monster Cross is. I mean, they used to at one point in time had Monster Cross type of bikes, which maybe is now like a nowadays gravel bike.
Okay.
Because Monster Cross has been a thing for a while, and Iron Cross and that stuff. But no, there's plenty of people there. I saw tandem bicycles. I saw mountain bikes. I saw gravel bikes. The gravel bike was the most efficient bike, I thought.
Okay.
There's a good bit of climbing in that event.
Okay.
And there's some single track. There is probably a mile of single track at the end that I think the average gravelier did not like or was very tough.
Okay.
I think the mountain bikers enjoyed it, and the mountain bikers riding gravel bikes did okay. Not to be the cliche thing, and there was even a couple sections I was like, I don't even know how a mountain bike's getting through here. Other than my friend Wilson, who's also the Kona rep, blasted through his second lap on his single speed Sutra through one of those sections. I'm like, who actually rides through this? And Wilson's an amazing rider. Blasted through that.
Hey, didn't you talk about having some plans to? Let's talk about you. You're talking about plans to do single speed for Croatan next year.
Oh
right?
yeah, why not? If I was smart, I would actually practice that next week. But seeing as I didn't realize that till about maybe 7. No, we're at 10 seconds, maybe 12 seconds ago. No, I am doing Croatan as a single speeder next year, and I plan on doing the 100, mostly because Croatan next year is split into 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
I am not hanging out on Sunday.
Yeah,
I want to pack up and drive home.
Yeah,
I want to go down Friday, hang out, race, ride, whatever you call it.
You know, dude, there's something to be
Saturday.
said though. There's something to be said though for the need to, so we do the 100 or 150, and I've registered for the 100 for Saturday.
I think what Matt's doing is great because your skill levels are totally different.
Oh yeah,
and that course the course isn't the best with the outmax with the individuals racing the 150 and the average Joes riding the 50.
Yeah.
It doesn't do well in certain sections. Chris Howell basically took me out last year. Like the only time I fell over, it was a sand pit in a cornfield.
Well, I paid him to do that.
Oh, okay, that explains a lot.
That was a Venmo
but
transaction.
he had a look in his eyes like, let's get it on. Oh, this is your fork. No, extra fork on the table.
I've got multiple forks.
No, I think what Matt's doing is great. I think it's more. I don't know if it's more work.
Probably.
Yeah, you definitely have to worry about aiding certain things twice, but the length of the 150, like the time frames are different.
I think the day's going to be shorter, definitely on Sunday. So here's my point though: is if we ride either the 100 or the 150 on Saturday and then roll out on Sunday, I almost feel compelled to stick around to be.
I want to be there and cheer on people leaving.
Oh, so maybe once they've left, it's kind of a It's half.
So for me, I'm off Mondays no matter what.
Yeah.
It'll be Jess, and who knows with Jess, she might just not go back to work ever. So we could just live down there.
Live in the infield?
Why not?
I'll
start working at Moonshiners.
Yeah, you'd be a hell of a bartender.
I want to be like what's the name on Cheers?
Ted Danson or Woody Harrelson or Coach. Which one do you want to be?
Ooh,
that's a good question. Should have made it that or this or that.
Maybe I want to be Norm and just go in there and sit.
Or Frasier and analyze everybody. I would be Ted Danson, I think.
Yeah, me too.
That would be because he was like the, I don't know.
Didn't Coach just go away, disappear, and then he died, quote unquote?
I have no idea.
Yeah, me and Jess watched it a couple years ago. We binged it.
Woody Harrelson was just a little country bumpkin, kind of thing. Yeah, it was a good show. It's a good show.
It was. But back to Croatan. I don't want to be the person that does, because I only want to do 51 lap on Saturday for the 100.
Mm-hmm.
So why not just do the 100? I think with just having a good base over the winter, I think if I'm not racing, which I'm not, the 100 shouldn't be hard.
No,
it's no walk in the park. Let's just say that hard is probably not the best thing to say right there. I think for me, there's a big difference between 150 and 100.
Yes. I did the 100 last year with Chris, and I don't think Chris had ridden his bike 3 times heading into that. It was one of those.
Chris is one of those 1% of people that are really weird, that the more pressure and the more... Chris loves to suffer.
Well, he suffered.
Like Chris, the more... I think the average person, if you put them in a position like that or a couple of the rides I made him do, the average person would really hate me or hate the situation they're in instead of feeding off of it and
Off of it.
doing more like, oh yeah, like this sucks.
Yeah.
But he has a weird background with like MMA and some stuff in the Army.
Wait, Chris did MMA?
Oh yeah.
I had no idea.
Oh yeah, no, Chris loves being in like the what do you call that? Like the Hurt Locker.
Octagon? The
Hurt Locker of
Hurt
stuff.
Locker,
Yeah.
the ring. I no idea he did that.
Oh,
How
yeah.
long did he do that?
I don't know. Chris and he used to be a bodybuilder.
I
You
didn't
guys do
know that
weird-
either.
Yeah.
I
No.
didn't know that either.
He was a very odd
Well, he still
percentage.
is.
yeah, he's very odd, yeah. He's probably like the worst person to pick to be like, oh yeah, he rode like twice and then did 100. But yeah.
Okay. So all right. So yeah.
There's some people that, like a couple of my employees, like Thomas, he could not ride for a year, and he could go out and blow up an A ride on his road. Now, Thomas was a ridiculous roadie, but
There's an age that
yeah,
you
they're
can
still in
do
it.
that. Yeah. And I am not.
But yeah, I guess back to the original thing because I keep sidetracking.
Yeah. How are you going to get ready for Croatan?
I don't know. We had a really good off season last year. I mountain biked so much. It was a mild winter, and the cold days it wasn't as bad. I'd rather go out and do an hour and a half mountain biking than an hour and a half road biking.
Really?
My mileage would be totally different, but my hours were my hours. I think I've said it here before. I'd rather go by hours on some stuff.
Yeah.
Because an hour of a mountain bike ride,
He's worth what? Like 3 hours of road ride?
whatever people want to equate to that, but my effort levels are totally different.
Okay.
And it was cooler. I'm not doing 18 miles an hour in the woods, like staying cool.
Oh, it's those and from when I used to ride my mountain bike, I get it. It's those punchy little kick you in the nuts kind of uphills that and they'll put you deep. You have to burn a match or so once in a while to get up that.
I think my biggest thing is winter, and I never did it with the gravel, but I want to do a little more exploring on my mountain bike. Like I want to go up to Frederick Watershed more or go out to Stokesville and stuff. But I don't think I'll do too much different. I didn't swim last year, but I also didn't. I rode my trainer once, so I finally sold it after 2 years of sitting. Because I guess worst case, if we have a bad winter, I'll just buy another one.
Yeah.
Lots
of changes in the trainer market too.
Oh my God, the new Wahoo, like just the regular Wahoo moves, and there's all kinds of stuff. And
yeah,
I love the Wahoo rollers at work. So much easier to get your bike in and out if you're not.
Yeah.
You don't have a dedicated trainer bike. You need a power meter, but it ends up being the same price.
Yeah.
But no, I think I'll just do what I did last year. Watch we have a bad winter. We rode outside a lot.
I rode outside probably
we dialed in our
3
clothing
days a week.
Yeah.
You dial in. That last year was the first year that I went to the wool. This year I've gone to actually 3 wool jerseys. The merino wool, and I don't wash them. They don't stink. I'll wash them every like 4 or 5 rides. And otherwise, I'll just hang them up when I get home to dry, and they dry out, and they don't smell. And
I'm gonna go butt naked with an embrocation, the warming stuff.
I'd love to see that.
Mm-hmm. Or just bibs.
So that's my plan. That's my plan.
I think that's mine too.
Stick with it and
keep on keeping on.
Already thinking about 24. That's the right way to go. But we got to wrap it up first with Campfire.
Campfire, yeah.
Super excited for Campfire. If you're missing Campfire, you're missing Campfire.
There's only 81 people signed up.
And Matt said that's a perfect number.
Yeah.
Perfect number.
It's intimate. I've said that word twice on here.
He's going to have bonfires.
2 of them.
So I guess that was the thing with remember we got the side eye last year because we had the little propane campfire thing going.
Oh, we had a side eye.
Oh, we didn't get side eye. I thought. Well, I was too.
Yeah, all of us were having a little too much fun. So I don't actually know what happened last year.
That's not this year though. That's not campfire.
Oh.
That's springtime.
I'm bringing a gun to campfire.
Remember last year when all the they started bombing stuff over at the
the artillery. I'm fighting back.
That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
I just figured because we wrapped up unpaved.
Yep.
We do have campfire.
Mm-hmm.
But we basically are just looking at Croatan.
Yeah.
Already.
Yep. What you need to be doing. If you're not registered for Croatan, you need to get on it.
I'm not.
You're not registered yet?
Am I? I don't know. Maybe I confused Croatan with campfire.
I registered like the first day.
I'll lift in my emails because I might have registered the first day.
You can just go on your bike reg and see, list all the things. Password. It's 777777776.
I don't know.
All right, you want to do this or that? So let's look at this or that.
Sure.
First item, and this is one that's got your name written all over it, and especially pertinent after our ride on Saturday morning. Dunkin' or Starbucks? Dunkin' all day long because of the coffee or because of all the rest of the stuff?
This could be long. This could be a whole episode. I am a simple person. I just like a regular iced coffee, and they have butter pecan right now.
Okay.
And then I'll eventually switch to warm coffee. But at the same time, I think the coffee tastes very good, and I'm only $2 to $3 for a cup of coffee.
At Dunkin' over Starbucks.
Yes.
Okay.
I go to Starbucks, and our Starbucks is so busy all the time.
Oh my God, I can't believe the number of people that were in there.
And Dunkin', no matter what, basically, if I mobile order, I used to be anti-mobile order. I only mobile order coffee. I don't do groceries and stuff. Like me and Jess always have this debacle. But if I have to mobile order like 40 minutes ahead of time for Starbucks, or else I don't see it.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I could not believe the number of people that were just standing around in that place.
Yeah.
Oh.
And not driving. I would frequent Dunkin' more when I had a car.
Okay.
But we do have the coffee.
It's a drive-through.
No, none of them. We have to get out down here everywhere.
Okay.
Which sucks, but it's also, can't be that lazy. But we have the coffee girl.
Enjoying that water over there, Blake?
Yeah. Once a week, me and Jess will go get Dunkin'. And then the other day a week, I ride down to the coffee truck, which she's there tomorrow and Thursday. And that's where I get if I'm going to spend $7 on a cup of coffee, I'm going to get it from that. Because I also...
Oh, that's the place that's down on the island that goes up next to the
she was in Lesby yesterday.
Okay. Yeah.
Jess was off. We went and got it there. She makes a really good mocha. I judge a lot of my coffees off of mochas. While Starbucks does have a pretty good mocha, it's just like $8.
Oh, my God.
And if I'm going to spend that, I'd rather wait and spend it at the Beanery or...
Oh, Lord, that's a lot of money.
That racks up.
That is a lot of money.
Most time lately, I've been back to French press because hot coffee season's back here for me.
Okay.
Or my Nespresso, but...
Well, I'm going to agree with you, Dunkin', because I don't drink coffee, and I don't really particularly care for anything that's hot, and I like the iced tea at Dunkin' better than the iced
Dunkin's tea.
Yeah. So
that for them.
And super easy decision for me.
It's so nice
super easy.
I love riding to Dunkin' in Prince Frederick
and
getting like a Boston cream and a coffee.
Yeah, because it's like the perfect turnaround spot from here up there.
Yeah. It's perfect. And
it's right on the route. It's right on where you turn around.
You can get donuts at Dunkin' Donuts. And their muffins are delicious.
I think I've had a muffin.
Coffee cake muffin.
I think I've had a muffin.
They have like the sugary crystals on the outside.
I had the biscuit.
Oh, you love the biscuits.
Okay. Second item on this or that. Halloween, deathly, horrifying, scary movie, like gives you chills for days kind of a movie. Or a Hallmark fall rom-com.
I'm going to go with a scary movie.
Really? Jess said that you would go with the rom-com.
I think we watched a rom-com with the guy, Casey from Yellowstone and Aaron from The Office like a few months ago. And just like, it's a rom-com. It was okay. It was cheesy, but I would say the average Halloween movie does not. The gore, monster, whatever's, Jason and stuff doesn't scare. It's the paranormal stuff.
Oh, okay.
I will not touch with.
Let me change that.
Foot.
A paranormal ghost movie.
No, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That stuff. No, the thing with the clown. And what's it? Or is that it with the clown? In the
Pennywise.
No.
Yeah. Now it doesn't bother you at all.
That's just. It doesn't affect me.
And I knew you had a ghost thing, so I should have made
anything
this
paranormal.
Ghost to paranormal movie.
I will say, at the age of 5, it was a Saturday or Sunday. My mom and dad were putting like Christmas stuff away, and I was supposed to be taking a nap, and I watched Pet Sematary.
They're remaking that.
Oh no, that movie ever since has scared the crap out of me. I didn't go to school for 2 days. I was afraid to go to sleep.
Oh my goodness.
The dog stuck.
Well, I remember that. One scene from Pet Sematary was like the old Mainer, the old I can't remember. I would have no idea what the characters' names were, but the old guy with I remember the big red. What were the hats called, Joey? That had the ear flaps on them. What are those called? Didn't you
Stormy Crummers?
Yeah, there was a guy wearing one of those, and he'd go, "Sometimes dead is better."
Oh, Pet Sematary?
Yeah,
I don't remember enough. I just remember I will not watch it again.
I would pick probably the rom-com. Scary stuff doesn't engage me.
Yeah, the rom-coms are fun.
I know
Hallmark, but
I could sit there and watch a little Hallmark rom-com while I'm doing something else on my computer. So anyway, okay. Third item. This is the one we've all been waiting for. Joey, taste the biscuit or nothing like it.
nothing like it.
Nothing like it. And if y'all don't know what we're talking about, just put that into the search bar in your Instagram.
Your algorithm will go nuts.
Your algorithm's going to be totally effed, but
Nothing like a Amish cinnamon roll.
it's which one? Taste the biscuit or nothing like it?
Everyone's had to seen it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think you can be on any of the socials. The real
Jess said she never saw the nothing like it, but I exposed her to too much tonight.
Yeah, you exposed her to a lot of nothing like it. Which one are you? Which?
Oh, nothing like it.
Oh, nothing like it. Okay.
The biscuit thing is funny,
Yeah.
but it's the same thing.
See, I
The
think
nothing like it. You don't know what she's gonna say
there's
or see.
there's a difference for me between the taste the biscuit and the nothing like it. The nothing like
Nothing like
it.
it had her. She was a little exposed this week.
The nothing like it lady. I mean, she made that, and she's like, it's almost like an old Saturday Night Live thing where she's like beating that same drum. The taste the biscuit thing is obviously like some sort of promotional, very bad promotional marketing thing that was done many, many, many years ago that has surfaced. And I think that part of it's hilarious because I'm sure that, and the one that gets me is the guy playing the keyboard next to her while she's talking, thinking about tasting the biscuit. So I'm going with taste the biscuit. Last item, Joey. Be a teacher or be homeless. Homeless is easy. That's an easy choice. I don't know how folks, if you're a teacher out there, God bless you. Keep fighting the good fight, but man, it's a tough world too. I feel sorry for these folks that, high ideology and going to change the world, and they have the potential to do that. And then they become a teacher and they get wrapped up in the politics of nonsense and aren't able to do those things that motivated them to put in all those long hours.
And the parents are whack.
Yeah, well, all of it.
Sad part is I don't understand it because a lot of the parents around my age-ish, elementary and middle school,
It seems to be everywhere. So I don't know that it's a political divide. I think it seems to be everywhere. I don't know what it is. My daughter was a teacher and she doesn't do it anymore. And I'm so glad for that. And she was teaching high school. Jess struggles with the middle schools, but
middle school kids are crazy.
It's elementary school. We said we were never going to do politics, but I think this is beyond politics. This is, I don't know. Anyway, if you're a teacher, God bless you. Keep fighting the good fight.
We need to bring back the yardstick.
Joke.
Capital punishment.
No, see,
capital
punishment.
No.
Were you chewing gum, Johnny? Kapow!
Not to the extreme of like the old Catholic Church.
Yeah.
God, those scenes from, was that
The
19?
nuns where they'd whack you with the ruler.
What was the Yellowstone spinoff, 1923 or something?
Oh, I haven't watched that.
God, they did the whole Catholic Church Native American thing.
Mm-hmm. Oof.
I already hate, I'm not a religious person.
Wow.
But man, that made me hate the Catholic Church even more. But some kids might need a little smacking.
My God, you just got us canceled.
I bet you most listeners might say, I'm not talking about beating, I'm talking about a nice little, like...
Yeah, I know what you mean. A little corrective action.
Something,
a little course correction.
You need an attitude adjuster.
Yeah, a little course
It might be a yardstick. It might be a Nerf gun. I don't know.
A baseball bat. I don't know. Anyway, I like getting back to the original point. I would be homeless. I could not. And that has, even if everything was perfect and the world was wonderful, and you were to be a teacher, God bless you. I couldn't do it. I could not do it.
If I was like Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, anyway, now if you're still here and you haven't tuned out because of our nonsense,
Sorry, everyone.
It is time to shut this down for the week. Thanks.
I'm not saying beat your kids. That's wrong. I'm just saying.
You know what you need to do?
A wooden spoon didn't hurt me when I was a kid.
Get your kid a bike. There you go. That's the solution to everything.
There actually is some really, like, Specialized does the Outride program.
Mhm.
And studies have shown dramatically how much it helps in certain schools. And whether you have kids that have like ADHD or different behavioral things and it gives them an out,
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing what it'll do.
Yep. Yep, and then go outside and knock them over every once in a while.
Throw a stick in their smoke.
How's your cinnamon roll? Delicious.
Delicious.
Huh? Yeah, right. So let's shut this thing down. Thanks, everybody, for listening to this episode of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. Go get yourself a cinnamon roll because you've heard us talk all about them. Now you know you crave them and you want them. If you've enjoyed the podcast, maybe consider joining our Patreon family and fund our cinnamon roll addiction. That would be very helpful. Joey, how can folks get in touch with us?
Go pray for me at church. Like I said, I'm not religious. I'm actually, I don't. Anyway, where are we? GravelTravelDirt.com. I'm worried about the people that are religious. Our Instagram is at MidAtlanticGTD.
Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt is recorded this week from right here in Blake's kitchen. Thanks for riding along. Till next time, do good, be nice, go slow, respect others.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.